Hours approaching to give it your best, and you've got to reach your prime. That's when you need to put yourself to the test and show us the passage of time. We're gonna need a montage. Ooh, we need a montage. So I just got done watching The Mandalorian Season 2.1, Chapter 17. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I mean, Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 5. I haven't really talked about this series much here on the channel. I mean, in a couple of live streams. I haven't done an actual review here on the channel. Now, I mean, part of that is I can't really say that I've got much to say about this series so far, especially anything that somebody else hasn't already said. I haven't really... I wouldn't say I haven't disliked this the Book of Boba Fett. It just has not really met the, I guess, somewhat low expectations that I already have anyway, because in case you guys don't know, I'm not really into like a lot of the TV shows or anything like that. These shows they're doing on Disney Plus with the worlds they're tying into with the Star Wars or even like the Marvel stuff. I like them because they are expanding the world of these film franchises that I really enjoy. Other than that, I don't really like TV shows. Now, I will say the Book of Boba Fett, while it hasn't been the most exciting thing, I wouldn't say it's been a complete dumpster fire or anything like that. Like I said, I've liked it, but I haven't really, enjoyed it. There was a couple of episodes back when they brought in all the kids and everything. They had the Vespas and everything, and that was all kind of funny and silly. I'm like, I mean, whatever. It's whatever. This series, since it started off, has kind of been whatever. I won't say that it's been, like I said, it's not terrible. It's not great. It's what it is. I don't have high expectations of it myself, so I can't really say that I've been disappointed, but I've been kind of waiting for a little bit more, I don't know, just cool stuff to happen. And not necessarily in the way of action either. I know a lot of people think that, just you add some bang bang, shoot them up, and it's going to make it all good, like that's not really what I'm looking for when it comes to it. I'm looking for, I don't know, I guess just some good times in the story. And the Book of Boba Fett has just seemed to be a little bit slow as we see him becoming the, what is it, daimyo? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. When he's taking over, basically being like the outlaw, guy over Tatooine, and you get it, right? You get it. Yeah. Anyway, we're kind of watching that all unfold, and it's been a little bit slow. Like I said, it's been a little bit slow. I'm not, like against that or anything. The series has been largely okay, right? Okay. But here in this episode, like it started off, and like I was instantly excited. I mean, we kind of start off and we see all of like the bulldog people there. And sitting there like, they're walking through like, I'm sitting there, I was like, is this getting ready to be like a Rocky moment? Is there going to be like one of these bulldog guys back there, punching some of this meat that they have there in the meat locker? But then we see, just, a few seconds in, we see Djarin, the Mandalorian, show up. And, like, instantly, I felt excited. I was kind of like, wow. I'm like, yes, look, oh, something exciting might happen here. Right? And that's kind of what, the vibes that it gave off. And sure enough, he stepped in and, brought up the tempo a little bit with something, I don't know, I feel just a little bit more meat out of this than just, the potatoes we've kind of been getting out of this series. And we see him there. He shows up with the Dark Saber on his bounty hunter mission, and he takes care of business and does his Mando thing. And then we see him go off to this other place we don't know where to take this bounty to get some information, and this is where he finds the last of the Mandalorians. And they kind of go through all that, and just everything they do there is pretty cool. They did a lot of cool stuff in this episode, and I think that's what it was like. And the thing is at the same time, this whole episode is a lot of kind of montage type of things. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we've kind of seen, you know, a bunch of flashbacks here through the book of Boba Fett, and then definitely some of those kind of montage kind of moments. But here it was really feeling it, where we see, you know, they're kind of going through making the armor for Grogu. And then we see, which I think it's chainmail. Is that not chainmail? It look like all the little rings. It looked like it's going to be chainmail. They even did a Terminator flashback scene. Anyway, so we see all that go on. Then we also see, you know, a lot of like the Dark Saber, and just kind of get some of its lore in here as well. And we see that there was a challenger that wanted the Dark Saber. That's right? The Dark Saber. Anyway, we see that he has a challenger, and he goes ahead and steps up to meet that challenge. And then, you know, you see, you know, he has to do like his little oath thing afterward. And this is where, like, in this episode, while like there's cool things going on, I also kind of feel like, man, like they're really like I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. More on that in a second, because like they show like the Mandalorians, and I understand where they're coming from with like the taking their helmet off and their loyalty to this thing, but then like you're loyal to this cause this whole time, and then just because a situation comes up, you took your helmet off, like all of a sudden, you know, like you're like one of the last of the Mandalorians. There was 3 of them, right? There was only the 3 of them at that point. And, you know, at that point, when you think, like, you would think even the Mandalorians, like, I get, you know, you got your coat of armor, you know, whatnot, and stuff like that, you know, that they follow. But at the same time, when you're down to 3, and like just kind of the situation that was going on here, they just like, you know, like, to hell with this. But it kind of really only further reinforces what was going on with Djarin in the first place after he met Bo-Katan, right? You know, like, oh, the Mandalorian way is like, fuck out of here with that stuff, right? And and that's just kind of how I felt, you know. He's probably even more so like this is ridiculous. You know, I'm loyal to this cause, and then moments later, he's boarding the ship, and he says, "Oh, I'm a Mandalorian. This is weapons are my religion." Right? You know, like that the whole thing, like the whole, you know, and it's like you, for one, they just said you weren't a Mandalorian anymore, and 2, you still like going with that bullshit, man. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Like, really? Anyway, we see, so, you know, we see, you know, him traveling, you know, and he goes, he gets to Tatooine, and of course he comes upon Richard Simmons, who is there, and then and like I said, there was kind of a montage moment there, and then again we get another montage moment when he's there looking for replacement for his Razor Crest. So we see that, you know, they go through the montage of doing all of that, you know, rebuilding the car and everything, and he takes it out on a cruise, and then of course what happens, you know, this is the other thing, they do this other thing like they did in the Mandalorian as well, where they're like, cops might be all right, when they have the when they have the guys show up, and, you know, in their X-wings, and they're like, hey, let me have license and registration, please. That's what they said. License and registration, please. And he's like, oh yeah, well, here you go, and he bolts out of there, like, right? like I get it. They're kind of homaging a bunch of different stuff, and they've done that throughout the Book of Boba Fett series so far. I have no issues with that. Just here, like I said, the start of this episode, we see the Mandalorian, and I felt some excitement, and we got some of it, and there wasn't even really a whole lot of the bang bang shoot 'em up stuff, you know, to make it exciting. We got a little bit of that and things like that, but it's not really that. It's just like it seemed like there was things actually happening here aside from just a couple of flashbacks of Boba Fett being just helping these sand people, and them accepting him, and him accepting them, and like we get it. That's what it's been so far. And then him going around trying to take over the place and being like, hey, I'm a kind guy. It's okay. Like, you better give me some money. You better give me my tribute. But hey, I'm gonna be nice about it. Right? I'm a nice guy. And that's just kind of what we're getting here. I don't know. In this episode, I feel like we've got a little more, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And I guess that's really all I've got to say about this episode, about this series. Like, yeah, it's been okay. There's been some exciting stuff here and there in between, but largely I felt the excitement the second I seen Mando come on screen in this episode. Like, I mean, isn't it like, I'm not even gonna say that's sad or whatever. It's not sad, but I mean, it's not even your series. You step in and make it great. Although, we gotta say that Boba Fett kind of did the same thing in Mando's series, right? But, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for being here today. If you're not already, please make sure you do all that YouTube stuff. Give the video a thumbs up and give it a thumbs down. You know what? I'm not even, give the video a thumbs down. It's okay. It's okay. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. They're gonna tell you they're gonna give you feedback, but they're not really gonna do it. I mean, either that or just nobody's up and thumbs down. So, give me a thumbs down. Let's see how this works out. See if YouTube gives me the feedback. But you all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next